Tuesday. Then please welcome your moderator from Popverse. Give it up for Ashley Robinson.
Hello, Florida Supercon. Holy swear word, there's a lot of people here right now. Are you ready to welcome to the stage the cast of Daredevil Born Again? Let's give it up for the devil, the myth, the legend himself, Charlie Cox! And keep it going for Wilson Bethel! And last but certainly not least, Miss Deborah Ann Woll!
You guys are excited.
These chairs were not made for 5-inch swords.
No.
They're made to look, make us all look professional and refreshed today.
It's just all leg.
Yeah.
Listen.
Hi, guys.
If the price of admission gets you a look at your testicles, Charlie, that's
So, beautiful friends, there is a lot of you here. Everyone's very excited, and you're not as lucky as me and get to sit next to the lovely people on stage. I want you to have an experience as much as we are having an experience here. So, very politely, because I'm not allowed to ask you to throw elbows because some people don't understand that that's a joke. If you want to line up very politely, there's a mic in the middle right here. There's a mic over here. We're going to ask a quick question, and then we will get to what you want to talk about. Wilson, do they let you throw real things at Charlie on set?
No. What? I feel like in the OG Daredevil, I actually threw. I feel like they didn't realize what a bad idea that was yet, especially because my aim is so poor. I'd be hitting a guy holding a light next to the camera for no reason. No, normally most of it's CGI.
So insurance said, no, girl.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. All right, everyone ran up, so I don't see any point in waiting. Nice lady in the Spider-Man shirt. What is your name? Where are you from? And why does this deserve to be the first question?
Okay, my name is Nancy, and I'm from Cocoa Beach, Florida. Woo. This is just the first question because I was sitting right here. So I got here the fastest.
No, say it with confidence. It's a great question.
I got here the fastest.
That's right.
Okay, so my question is about your, what you have to do to stay physically prepared for your part, like working out and all that stuff.
Drop and give us 20.
Yeah, what is the hardest part about that?
I can answer that. The hardest part about that is not agreeing to have dinner with Wilson Bethel, because this man eats like a horse, and he eats whatever he wants. So I can only have dinner with him maximum once a month.
I remember the last time we did movie night, though, at Charlie's house, and I wanted to limit it to one pizza, the mozzarella sticks, the chicken wings, and the cheesy bread.
Why?
But Charlie insisted on the second pizza, so I don't know who's the bad influence here.
Only because I know how much he eats.
You wanted something.
I gotta make it's enough for me.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a great
So that's how we prepare.
pizza and mozzarella sticks is how you get a superhero
And then
body.
the next day, one of us, there'll be a shameful text saying, "You want to hit the gym?"
Over to this side. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name's John Cease. I'm from Miami, and my question is for Wilson. I really like the Flash, and I fan cast you as Reverse Flash. Would you ever want to play it?
Yeah, that sounds like a blast, man, for sure.
Which one?
Yes.
At Warner Brothers. Please
Isn't that
test.
DC?
Yeah.
Am I not allowed to say that? Am I not allowed to say that I'd like to do that? That sounds fun.
Thank you so much for your question. Back to the middle. What is your name? Matt Murdock. Where are you from? New York. What is your question?
Actually, I'm Superman.
Okay,
so
Clark
other side
from
of the
Kansas.
pond.
I'm sorry.
But before I ask,
See you in DC, pal.
Oh, keep crossing the streams here. Careful.
before I ask the question, I just want to say to Deborah, congratulations on God of War Laufey.
Thank you. I can't tell you how excited I am.
Me too.
What can you tell us about God of War?
Nothing. I want to keep my job.
All right. Let's get to the question. Charlie, how did it feel starting out as a Netflix TV show only to be introduced into the main MCU, starting with No Way Home?
Yeah, you know, we owe so much to the Netflix show. Those guys looked after us so well. It was such a great experience. In some ways, it's kind of the OG. It felt a little bit at the time like we were like the unwanted stepchild of the whole of the big show. And so, when we were invited over to come play with those guys, it was pretty cool because, now it feels like we're really part of the Marvel canon. And then doing these last few seasons on Disney has been wild just because, I think there's a little bit more license to do more with the characters because, it's the owner, the mothership, So, but we're very grateful to both those companies who've done wonderful things for us.
And we're all grateful to have the entire team.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Clark. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
So my name's Matthew. It's kind of ironic. My question is for all three of you guys. Before cast as the persons you play, were you guys fans of your character? Were you fans of reading your comics prior? And if not, are you fans of your characters now?
I didn't know Bullseye at all. I had read different comics growing up, so I wasn't familiar. Actually, I wasn't really familiar. I had never read a Daredevil comic either. But no, I definitely wasn't at all familiar with Bullseye. And yeah, he's like beloved to me now, both in the comics and also just like the world that we've all created together, I think is super special. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, my husband collects comic books. I have something like 30,000 comic books in my house or something like that.
Casual flex.
Oh boy. So I've got statues. Oh my God. So I was aware of it. I myself have other nerdy pursuits and things I love.
You?
Me. I'm uber nerd over here. So I knew quite a bit about it. My husband was a big fan of Daredevil in that run, so I knew it sort of tangentially. But when we did it, and I started to read and go more deeply and do the research, I was excited about the idea of like taking these characters on the next leg of their journey, right? Like doing new stuff with them. So I think about something like, Frank Castle and Karen Page never met in the comic books. And the fact that, never. So like that is all ours, right? Like that's part of our iteration of this story, which is just really special to find those pieces.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, same as Wilson. I didn't know anything about Daredevil. I thought Daredevil was like, Eddie the Eagle, Evel Knievel, that guy. But yes, obviously now I've read probably all of the comics at some point, and yeah, it's like the biggest honor of my life playing this character.
Yeah, Charlie's great because you'll be on set with him and he'll be like, actually, we need to restage this whole thing so it can match a panel from this number. And he'll say it like he's a true nerd now, even though he doesn't really know.
How dare you?
That's the headline coming out of this panel.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for your question. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name is Quinn Novo. This is another question. How are you?
I'm great.
That's the nicest question anyone's ever asked.
My dad isn't Superman, so how are you?
Good.
Well, I'll answer this with a little behind the scenes. So I worked until 2 a.m. last night and got in a car at 3 a.m. to come here, so I'm a little punchy. So you want to ask me some questions, I might be a little more honest than usual, so.
Break your NDAs.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. What's your name?
Thank you so much.
Quinn Novo. By the way, I'm from Miami, and my full question is, what's your favorite line?
Our favorite line.
Remember every line you've ever delivered.
Deborah Ann Woll probably would.
Not all of them.
I think I'll have to go with, hello, Karen.
It's pretty great. I always like this one. It's not like a big catchphrase, really, but there was a scene that we did season 1. It was kind of the first time that Matt Murdock ever, like, opened up, and it was like vulnerable and emotional. And I went over and I hugged you, and my line was, "You were never alone," and I've always loved that line.
It's cool.
It's a good one.
Feels weird to be sitting between them right now, I'll be honest with you.
Bullseye's always in the middle.
It's a very specific fan fiction category.
There's so many. We have amazing writers. There's so many, such amazing writers. I get asked a lot to write on the Funkos. So the quote I get asked is, "There are other ways to see," and I always think that's more and more poignant.
Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you for your answer.
Also, way to not reveal that you're Superboy. That was a pretty good flex. Back over to this side. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, I'm Garrett, based out of Orlando, Florida. So Wilson, Charlie, I know you guys have gotten the chance to wear the Daredevil suit. This one's for all three.
When will Deborah wear the
I
Daredevil
know. How do you
suit?
know I haven't?
Who wore it better?
You don't know my life.
So my question basically is for all three of you. What's your guys' personal favorite suit from the show? And I don't know if you guys have seen the season 3 suit, but it looks really good. So
I think if anyone here has seen the season 3 suit, it's these guys.
My favorite suit on the show.
I mean, I've always been a fan of that very first one. The full-on like black outfit that it looks like you bought, the vigilante that you bought at the thrift store with the wrapped up
Yeah,
ropes.
but that's because you've got a thing about superhero suits.
I do have a thing. I don't like superhero
Deborah
suits.
doesn't like superhero suits.
It looks like
Hugs
underwear.
around.
It looks like pajamas to me. I like that because it felt grounded and real. Like part of what I love about Daredevil, especially in the beginning, is it felt like the only buy-in was that supersonic hearing. Everything else was a crime drama that had some like grounding and reality in it. So I always really liked that because it felt real. It felt like a real guy who needed something to wear, and he found something and it worked.
Yeah, but
I
then
like
he
that.
needed armor.
Yeah, I know, but that's only because it got more and more progressively crazy.
All right. You?
Wilson, cast your vote.
I think I have two. Mine is the first time Fisk put on the white suit. That was pretty. I think that was pretty iconic and pretty cool. And then Daddy's got a new suit for season 3, baby. Let's go.
I'm not gonna include anything that happens in season 3 because I don't know what you're talking about. But I do think the black with the DDs of season 2 was pretty cool.
for sure. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Back to the middle. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
I'm Jonah. I'm from Boca Raton, and I'm 17. My question is, whenever you guys read the comics, do you have when you have an inner voice for the characters that you play, do you imagine yourselves? Because like I can attest for everyone that you embody the characters so well that like I always imagine you guys' voices when I read like Daredevil,
awesome.
Bullseye, and Karen Page respectively.
So that's a very sweet thing to say.
Cool, yeah.
So I actually read them out loud. No, I do. That's true.
And
I do.
it works.
But I read them out loud because I think it helps me like get to know the character even better.
Charlie's version of the Bullseye voice
I was gonna
is
say,
so
do
whack,
you
though.
do impressions
My
of
name's
us?
Bullseye.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but
Ricochet. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you. Great question.
What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name is Ralph. I'm from Boynton Beach, Florida. This goes to all of you. You work with my cousin, Nikki James.
No way.
Oh my God.
All right. How is she to work with? Does she cut up a lot behind?
I'm glad you asked in a private environment. Yeah, this is a great opportunity to spill the beans on your on your knees.
The family group chat is open and recording right now.
We love Nikki James.
We can't even make a joke about it.
Wilson and I just like last week went to go and see her on stage.
Yeah. She's doing Little
In
Shop
Little
right
Shop of
now.
Horror. She's
They
amazing.
just came back in Book of Mormon and did a week with the original cast. I mean, Nikki's extraordinary, and even if she, you give her the greatest scene in the world, she's still underutilized because she can do anything. So yeah, she's just the best there is.
Yeah, we're big Nikki James fans.
You know, she started all this when she was this tall.
I know, I know.
You know, and I followed her career all the way up to this, and we're so proud of her.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
As
Nice to
you
meet
should
you,
be.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your question and your casual brag. Hello, Matt Murdock. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name is Benjamin Tobar. I'm from Broward, and my question is kind of like a little bit for all three of you. What was it like getting into your characters? Because like you played a blind person for the first time, I assume. The psychopath play and the runaway reporter. What was that like getting into that for the first time?
You know, I mean, you know, in the period of time from when I got the job to when we started shooting, there was a lot of work to be done for me. It was quite nerve-wracking because there was so much to think about and consider. And also, it's probably the first job I've done that kind of, there's a fan base that already exists. That's very intimidating because obviously you know that if you don't get it right, people are quite vocal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a great challenge. It was very intimidating. There was, as you said, there was a lot of stuff for me to kind of, you know, skills to learn, etc. But also that's kind of the joy of being an actor. That's what you hope for. That's what you wish for, to get a chance to play characters who are different from who you are.
Yeah, I think I was very intimidated by the Dex character when I first started the show, on the season 3 of the Netflix show, and partly because it felt like such a stretch for me. And then they wrote the scene where Dex's entire world has exploded. He's just gone on his first rampage, and he comes home and he starts vacuuming his apartment. And I was like, oh, I know that guy. I'm like, that's fucking me. The volcano of all volcanoes could be erupting next to my house, and I'd be like, this is a great time to vacuum. No, I think, you know, I think we're always looking for like access points to these characters, and you know, the parts of them that we can relate to. So honestly, there are those moments like that one, but there are other ones that I think have allowed me to find the character in really fun, exciting ways where it both feels real to me, and also I think feels real to you guys, you know, as a result.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing to remember too about television specifically is that you only get information as you go along. So you know some things that are going to be true for the whole season and sort of given circumstances of who your character is, and so you take those on and you do your research. You know, I had my aunt is a journalism professor, so I spoke with her a lot about that, and I read a lot of books, and you do that kind of work. But also, so much of being an actor on television is being like open and ready, and whatever they throw at you, are you able to just let your gut kind of guide you as well? Because a lot of times you might not have time, or it isn't what you imagined the direction would be, or your scene partner has another idea that's better and you'd rather follow that lead. So yeah, it's a combination of like doing that research and being prepared, finding the moments that really resonate, and then kind of throwing it all up on the wall and seeing what sticks.
That is an excellent, comprehensive 3-part answer to that question.
Thank you very much.
To say.
I am an A+ student. I'd like you all to know.
Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you so much.
Over to this side. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name is Jaden, and I'm from Daytona Beach, Florida. And my question's for all three of you guys, and it's, what side of your character do you wish that the audience got to see more of?
Ooh.
The hopeless romantic.
Right, girl? Right?
Dex romance when?
I think Karen is a sort of profoundly lonely person. I think home has been an amorphous quality. I think for her, home has been Matt and Foggy. And when Foggy died, half of that went away. And I think sometimes I miss the quiet moments with Karen. So much of my job on this show is kind of like showing up and boosting and supporting and like pushing plot along and a lot of that. And I don't always get moments for Karen to just kind of exist. And part of that's been good because it's meant that she's maybe someone who doesn't rest, who doesn't ever stop, because if you do, you have to start to come to terms with the multiple traumas that have occurred to you over the last few years. But those are some of the moments I miss. I would be curious to just sit with her at some time, moments that are slower.
Thank you so much. What a great question.
Thank you.
Here in the middle, what is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name is Danny. I'm 18, and I'm from Miami, Florida.
Woo!
My question for all you guys is, out of all the scenes you guys shot from Netflix series to Born Again, which one was more like meaningful and more impactful for you personally?
Ooh, good question. Good question.
Of all the scenes, you said? Or the episodes or the scenes? What do you say?
Scenes.
I mean, there's so many at this point, isn't there? I don't even know where to begin.
Remember every scene you've ever filmed.
I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'd probably think that. I think the Matt Murdock Karen Page journey is one that I'm invested in a great deal. So any scenes that I have with Deborah, I always feel like probably that is the closest, most honest version of Matt Murdock when he's with her, ironically. And so I always look forward to those scenes, and I always think of the scenes as barometers for where he's at in his life.
Aww.
I mean, I think on a sort of selfish personal level for like me, Wilson, as like the actor, filming the diner fight scene last year was one of those moments for me where like that day of shooting, I just was like, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like I just knew that it was so cool. And when we did our rap party last year, after we had finished shooting the season, they put that they did an early edit of the diner scene. I'm not even sure if it was the whole thing, and I was watching it up there, and I was just like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen myself be part of. And
so cool.
And I was really moved by it. So anyway, that was, I think, for me.
Yeah, again, too many to choose from, but I do think season 3 of the Netflix run was a really strong culmination of some storylines, and so a number of those scenes worked. There's the one with Fisk up in his penthouse that was big. There was a Karen Page episode, which is a really obvious answer for me, that was very meaningful. But I'm actually gonna pick, apropos to what you were saying, Matt and Karen underneath the church after everything's gone down, and it's the first time Karen admits to the killing of Wesley, as well as what happened to her brother, and it being her fault. And I think that those are two things that I held for a long time as evidence that I was a bad person, and that I was unlovable or not worthy. And to be able to say that to someone who meant so much to me and have it be okay, not have the world crash down, I think Deborah, live with some of that fear. And so being able to enact that through story was kind of personally very validating. To be able to say the worst thing that you've ever done and have someone say, it's okay, I still care about you, is just something I think we all need to hear. So that had a very personal meaning for me.
I also think the OG hallway fight from season 1 needs a shout out because it changed superhero television. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you guys.
What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name is Christian. I'm from Miami Lakes, Florida. My question is, across both series, the original and Born Again, if you had to choose one episode, like let's say all episodes, you had to delete every episode except one. I know it's a strange question.
Charlie would choose the bank heist episode. That's his favorite episode of all the entire series.
I guess for each of you, which one would be like, I guess, the quintessential Daredevil episode across either series? No pressure.
You're going to get an email from all the writers tomorrow.
This may be slightly controversial. I would maybe pick episode 2 of season 1. But I just have a personal experience of that episode, and it's such a perfect episode. I think it's such a perfect episode in the way that it's constructed.
I agree.
It's so emotional, and by the time you get to the hallway at the end, you have, I think, as an audience member, you've very cleverly been manipulated into caring deeply about this child, and also about Matt. When we had the premiere of the first season, and we went to watch the first 2 episodes for the first time, they showed the first 2 episodes in a big movie screen. And I really liked the first episode. I thought it was fine. I thought it was good, right? But when they played the second episode, I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Did you have that, like, I'm wondering, like, because I wonder if you had this similar experience that I had, that I'm talking about, like seeing yourself and you're up there and you're doing this work as this character, and it's just like, fuck, this is, like you said, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing.
Yeah. And
we don't. That's not like a common. Like, we don't get to feel that very often necessarily.
Yeah, and I'm not referring to my, acting work.
No, but I am. There's a lot that Charlie shouldn't feel very good about, guys.
It was just a very. I mean, I remember as the credits rolled, I was like trying not to cry.
Me too.
Because I was like so proud to have been part of it.
Thank you so much, and honestly, I think that's the most emotional answer we're going to get. So.
Thank you so much, and can't wait for season 3. Let's go.
What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name is Albert. I'm from Miami.
Woo.
And you, sir, are pretty fly.
Thank you. Yes.
My question is, I've seen these interviews with you guys have been amazing, talking about how at one point you thought Daredevil was over. Once you get that. Hey, we're going to do it again. And I saw this great interview with you, Wilson, talking about that evolution. Once you get the green light to do it again, is there something that you really wanted to do different now that you get kind of like, okay, I'm back on it. I really want to do this with the character that you didn't get a chance to do?
Well, I didn't want to do more of the same, right? I mean, we were all 5-6 years older, like I felt like we wanted to see evolution. We wanted to see who are these people now. And so making sure that they continued to grow even in the space that we didn't witness. So I don't know if I had a specific idea of what I wanted to do. That's the writer's job on some level. But I knew that I didn't want to do more of the same. I wanted that time to have counted and push forward.
Deborah wanted Foggy dead. That was clear.
You can't say that; they will believe you.
She was like, "I will come back," but
oh my God.
no Foggy.
That was shocking.
I'm kidding.
I had a terrible experience at a con where someone accused me of that.
Oh no, really?
That I was the reason that he died. People can be difficult.
It's great for me to hear.
That's crazy. I'll say it. That's a crazy thing to accuse you of.
I just want to say also thank you for taking your time to do this. And all 3 of you have just been amazing and really have raised the bar on that show.
Thank you so much.
That's cool. Thank you.
Over to this side. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hello, my name is Samuel, and I'm from Boca Raton, Florida.
Woo! Hey, everybody's from Florida. What's going on here?
And my question for you guys is, out of all the seasons you guys did, what was the most difficult scene you did where, like, the most difficult scene you did where it took so many tries? That's my question. I didn't phrase that right.
They're all easy and everyone's a stone cold professional. Thank you for your question.
I mean, I'll just say it's sort of the opposite. It's sort of the opposite answer and not. But like, this dude has done some of those one-er shots in like 2 takes, which is sort of on the one hand, it's not an answer to your question because it's like, wow, that seems so easy. He just did it like this insane thing in 2 takes. But the reason why they can do a shot like that in 2 takes is because of how difficult that is and how much work Charlie puts into those scenes. So like on the one hand, they come off on the day like Charlie has executed them brilliantly, but the amount of work and preparation that goes into that is unimaginable. So like that's a difficulty level that I've never grappled with that on this show. That shit is wild. So I'm gonna give you your flowers, boy.
Thanks,
man. And that's it.
That was slightly more true with the Netflix show than it is with the current show, mainly because Phil Silvera, our amazing stunt coordinator, he's changed how he shoots fights, action sequences. The way he designs this fight has evolved tremendously, and back in the Netflix show, there were more one-ers that would require longer passages of choreography in one take, whereas now they're shorter passages. But thank you. The scene with Frank in the basement, in his hideout, in season 1 of Born Again. That's the first time we get to see Matt's emotion around Foggy. So we see what happens to Foggy, and then 5 episodes later is the first time he actually talks about it. And so when I read that scene, I was really nervous about that scene for a while. Just because I needed that, I really wanted that scene to pay tribute to the relationship that Matt and Foggy had, and my love for him, and the loss of Foggy, and all that kind of stuff. So that took a lot, that scene.
Yeah, sort of same answer. The death of Foggy. It took us a week to film it. It was outside. It was freezing cold. It was so exciting because we were all back together again, which we had missed, and couldn't believe that we were there. So it was exciting, but it was also so sad because we knew what we had to do. We also wanted to be really serious about it because we wanted to do a good job by it, but we wanted to have fun. It was also my birthday. I also got like a piece of glass in my face. Like it was just like there was like a lot of stuff going on and a lot of emotions that were both really warm and wonderful and also really scary and sad. And I remember struggling to reconcile that. And again, maybe just wanting to like put it in the scene, just let it be that's what we were. We were happy because we were all together, and we were sad because a piece of it was ending.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Back here to the middle, what is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
My name is Joshua. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida.
Woo.
And first things first, I just wanted to say thank the 3 of you for all coming back and playing characters that we love so much and hold dear to our heart. I think I'm speaking for everybody up here. But
woo!
My question is for Charlie. How does playing a character who is constantly torn between violent vigilantism and his moral code influence your own perspective on the nature of grace and justice?
Wow, what a question. I love that.
No, I actually made that up.
I mean, look, I'm a big believer. This is a superhero television show. It is great entertainment. It is, I think, and maybe I just have to tell myself this because I make a violent television show, but it is a great way for us to experience a kind of an inner desire, need, excitement for that kind of brutality. But in real life, I don't believe that vigilante justice is ever right or the answer, and violence in general almost never the answer to anything. It's maybe a bit too idealistic, but yeah, it's it's entertainment.
Grace and justice, Charlie. Grace and justice.
We're not going home, Charlie, until we hear about grace and justice.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Real quick. I like your shoes, Charlie. I like your shoes.
Yeah, dude. Nice. Snap.
Lead with the shoe compliment. Over to this side. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name is Nick. I'm from Miami.
Woo.
I just want to preface by saying...
Nice
how
shoes,
much-
Charlie.
Nice shoes. I just want to preface by saying how much this show really means to me. I think, Charlie, your Daredevil has really inspired me to be a better person. I've grown closer to God and in my Catholic faith. I'm actually starting to be a lawyer now. A big part of that's because of your character. This show really does mean a lot to me and to a lot of people. So I just want to thank you for that. My question is actually for Bullseye. This
I didn't inspire you to, I don't know.
No.
Take up murdering people.
I got the inspiration part from Charlie.
Do you want to throw something at the stage right now and see who you hit?
No, I'm kidding. This question is actually for my best friend Matthias. How does it feel to, and this is my opinion, I think a lot of people agree, to really earn your place on the Mount Rushmore of greatest villains ever played on the screen?
Ooh, good question. Hell yeah.
I mean, I cannot tell you how gratifying it has felt, just the amount of feedback and positive response to this character over the years, and especially in the last year, really. It's just been extraordinary. I'm completely overwhelmed by it, and so honored to get to share the experience with these guys, and to be part of this larger family. Yeah. I don't know, it started getting a little corny at the end there, but.
Oh, that's great. And was the banana milkshake really that good?
Bro, that banana milkshake slayed.
Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you guys.
Back to the middle. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name is Dakota. I'm from Jersey.
Woo! Not Florida.
Yes. And I study veterinarian medicine, so I'm curious what animals you think your characters would be.
I changed my mind. That's my favorite question.
I guess I'm gonna go with a fox.
That's so good.
That's a good one.
And if I were a tree, I'd be a sycamore.
Why don't you just keep going through different things that you would
If
be?
I were a
If you were a
lizard.
board game, if you were a type of
flower.
croissant.
If I was a kind of weather.
What type of cloud? I mean, isn't Wilson just a golden retriever with a behavioral issue?
That's funny.
I'll take that. I'll take golden retriever.
With a behavioral issue, yeah. Stop peeing on the floor.
Among other things.
At least you have better aim.
I'm going to go with octopus.
Ooh, extremely.
Provocative.
What is it? Extremely beautiful creatures, octopus?
Like, don't they have, like, on their tentacles, don't they have, like, millions, thousands of millions of senses?
Yeah.
They're aliens.
And camouflage. I think that, yeah, I like
We
that.
know that they're aliens,
Yeah.
right? That's like
Yeah, they're
consensus that
aliens.
octopus are aliens,
100%.
right? Come on.
Definitely.
Matt Murdock's definitely an alien.
There you go.
Thank you for such a great
Good question.
Thank you.
Back over to this side. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name is JC. I'm from Florida.
Be more specific.
He also said Florida like it was a curse.
Wow.
It was like, I'm just
It's pretty hot.
Florida. Own it, JC. We're killing it here.
From Miami. So my question for you is, I take it that you've all read the Daredevil comics. If there was one story that you could adapt in the show or in a future show involving Daredevil and your characters, what would it be?
I love it when people ask actors this question because they don't write the scripts.
Well, hypothetically.
I'm just teasing you, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what ones I wouldn't. I did get to play Dungeons and Dragons with Kevin Smith, who, it killed Karen Page in the comic books, and I threatened to kill him several times, so that was fun for me.
I also think a bunch of us here want to see the Mark Waid, Chris Somney, Daredevil saving kids in the snow story adapted for the show.
I mean, look, I'd like to film in Tokyo, parts of Japan. You know, there's some cool hand stuff that takes place over there.
Not a Daredevil comic, but the
Flash comic?
I'm glad you brought that up. There's the that cool Bullseye run where he Fisk hires him to track down the Punisher, and Bullseye then basically just like weirdly transforms himself into Punisher for like a few weeks. It's extremely bizarre, but it's pretty fun.
Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Before we go back to Daredevil in the middle here, friends, this is going to be our last question. I'm really sorry for everyone who is standing here. You can visit all of these beautiful friends who are so nice and smell great along the far wall all weekend, and they will talk to you for way longer than I will let you talk here. So, what is your name? Where are you from? And why does this deserve to be the last question? You can pull the microphone down as well. Oh, just tip it down.
Can't say. Hi, I'm Ramel. I'm from New York.
Woo!
And
yeah, dude.
Last question, because why not have the best Daredevil suit be the last question?
Correct.
But my question is basically for all three of you guys. Without saying anything about season 3, describe it in one word.
No. Ask another question.
Okay.
Come on.
Secretive.
Oh. Okay, so out of any Daredevil comic you've read, what is your all-time favorite run?
Great.
Born Again.
I'll say Born Again.
I don't know. I mean, I always kind of like the origin stories. So the ones that go way back, even like the first time when the writers were first figuring out what it is. Because then it doesn't feel so pat. It doesn't feel like, well, we already know who Daredevil is. We're just going to kind of tell it again. So I go back to those like really early ones of like still figuring it out when like Matt Murdock was kind of funny, and I don't know. It was fun, yeah.
I don't think I can never answer this question without mentioning the Bendis Malieve stuff. That is the kind of, you know, the pinnacle for me, I think. But I always like, there's so many that I love, and so I always like to try and give another different answer. And the one that popped into my head today was End of Days, which is spectacular. So that's up there with some of my favorites.
And also, Wolverine did not get the memo that was the last question. He's just standing there. Dude, ask it. Ask it.
You asked me to end the panel on time.
I'm just saying, Wolverine was looking so tough. He didn't back down. That was a great question, Daredevil. But I just like, this dude was just looking tough.
All right. Quick and cool. I'm going to base it off of Deborah.
Quickly.
All right. You did God of War Laufey, and that was awesome, and the rest of the God of War series. If Insomniac were to make a Daredevil video game, would you, based off of your experience, like to get with the rest of the cast and do a Daredevil video game?
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Are you kidding?
There you have it.
Thank you so much for your question. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Give it up one more time for